first.
Hello. Okay, so we're signing in a little bit earlier this week, just to let everyone in, and hopefully everyone can just come straight in now when they sign in. So I'm in a different space this week. I'm in one of the offices at work, so just quickly have to do a bit of a connection to my phone because the internet here is not strong enough. So hopefully we won't have any issues. Seems to be okay at the moment. So there's quite a few other people to join us, I think. There's about 30 people registered for the class. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes to get started. But if you want to just lay on your mat and just chill out for a couple of minutes before we get started, we're going to start off laying down anyway, as we normally do. So might as well just chill for a bit before we get started. We've got 2 minutes. So hopefully everyone is feeling fit and well. If you do have any injuries, obviously it being a Zoom class, I can't really advise too much, other than if you quickly put something in the chat and I see it before we get started. But I would always say to everyone in a live class and a Zoom class to obviously listen to your body, do what feels right for you. Obviously, if you have any sharp pains or anything, you shouldn't have, but if you do have any kind of sharp pains during the class, then stop, take a stretch. Don't push through horrible pain. A little bit of muscle activation, feeling a warming sensation in the muscles is fine. That should be expected, and we hope to get that today a little bit, because that's what we're here for, to get stronger. But other than that, yeah, just listen to your body and take rest if you need to. You know, if we're doing sort of 10 reps of something and it's too much, stop and then jump back in when you're ready. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, covering all that. If anyone is pregnant, I think we had somebody last week that was, I would just, it's difficult again on Zoom without seeing you to kind of show modifications, but if anyone is pregnant, just let me know in the chat and maybe I can suggest some modifications during the class. But I would suggest, actually, if you are pregnant or you've just had a baby, then to attend some pre or postnatal classes that are specifically kind of created and sort of put together for those kinds of groups of people, rather than joining a general class, because we might be doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing. Yeah, but if you've got any questions, just let me know, drop me a message and I can get back to you after the class or something like that. Okay, so it's 12:30. We're going to get started. We're going to do a little warm up. It's really warm in here already, so I'm already pretty warm. But we're going to bring ourselves down to the mat. Hopefully you've got some space around you. So you really only need the space of a mat, really. I've got a little bit more space in here today, which is quite nice. It's a bit echoey though, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, so we're going to start off just resting our head down on the floor and just turning the head from side to side to just let go of any tension in the neck and the upper part of the shoulders. And then bringing the head back to center. You can keep your eyes closed for this first part of the warm up if you want to. And if you regularly join in, then you'll probably know roughly what's coming to mix up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to just start off with warming up the shoulders a little. So we're going to take the arms up just above our shoulder area and just relax the shoulders down first of all. So the shoulders kind of touch back down on the mat. And then we're going to inhale and reach the hands up. So the outer part of the shoulders lift off of the mat, but the head stays down and the ribs stay down. Exhale, let them go. Let's do that 3 more times. So we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, feel the shoulders melt down. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now you're going to take the arms out to the side on an inhale. Reach the fingers super long. You might feel a little stretch into the wrist and the forearm area. And then exhale, just bring them back. So nice and easy, nice and gentle starting. Inhale, reach out as far as you can. Really reach the fingers, stretch the fingers away from the body. And exhale, bring it back in. 2 more. Good. Reach those fingers. Try and touch the other side of the room. If you do a lot of typing or writing, you might need this little stretch here. It should feel quite nice. Last one, and then bring it back in. Okay, now we're going to bring our legs into the equation a little bit. So we're going to exhale and lift our front knee up to the tabletop position. So that is, our lower leg is relaxed but held at a 90-degree angle. And then we're going to bring the opposite leg up to join in. If you feel too unstable, you can put your arms down. This is just an added challenge, okay? So then we're going to just tap down our front toes and then lift back up to that tabletop position. Tap the back foot down and exhale to lift it up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you feel like your back is arching at all for any reason, then maybe make the move a little bit smaller. So maybe just go halfway and then bring it back. So you don't have to tap all the way down to the floor. You're still going to work those lower abdominals. We're going to do 6 more of these. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing it back up. You can have a little hug in with the knees if you feel like you need it right now, or you can stay and hold there. We're going to progress this a little bit more now. So we're going to take our left leg out and almost down to the floor. We're going to take our right arm back as we're inhaling, and then we're going to bring everything back in on an exhale. Simple, right? Change sides, reach out. My voice always goes funny at this point. Okay, keep it going, keep alternating while I just clear my throat. And then change again. So again, you can always make the move a little bit smaller. You can keep the knee slightly bent and just reach halfway, or you can reach all the way just to get a nice stretch and a strength move there. So this should feel quite challenging on the abdominals. You should be warming up around here now. And I'm going to just take 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, hug it in. So lower abdominals, upper abdominals a little bit warmer now. To get even warmer and to get that blood circulating around the body, we're going to go into our 100s and get it done. Okay, so if you've never done the 100s before, I'll start off at this lower level. As always, I tend to go through the low to the higher levels, so you can come with me on that journey and join in, or you can just stay at the lower level if that feels challenging enough for you. Okay, so we're going to take our arms back, feet flat on the floor to start with, and the knees relaxed. Exhaling, lifting the head and the shoulders, bringing those hands to roughly mid-thigh height, and then you're going to draw your shoulders down away from your ears and start just pumping the arms. So keeping the arms really straight. Your chin is tucked and you're looking straight through your knees. So hopefully there's something exciting to look at for you. There. So keep reaching the hands and keep moving the arms. As you're doing this, you're breathing normally. So you're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. If it's too confusing to think about the breath that we use in Pilates, just breathe normally, okay? So don't hold your breath. Keep those arms going super strong. This is destabilizing the trunk with our arms, and we're drawing our bellies in and up to stabilize the trunk as we're doing it. So we're challenging ourselves, but we're also correcting ourselves at the same time. Okay, so you should feel some warming sensation in these upper abdominals now, maybe a little bit in the lower abdominals. If your neck starts to bother you, one hand behind the head just for a little bit of support, and then change over. Okay, keep it going. Level 2, we're going to come to our tabletop again. Keep the arms going, super strong. You should put a breeze there from your hands, hopefully cooling you down as your abs get hotter. Okay, stay here or taking the next level, stretching one leg away and then changing. So you can keep doing this, or you can make it slower, or you can stay here. Keep it going, whatever you're doing with those arms. Nothing else changes with the arms the whole way through. Keep it simple and easy. Okay, so it's definitely getting harder now. Drawing that belly in and up even more strongly. If you want more, stretch both legs away. Higher for slightly less intensity. The lower you go, the harder it's going to be. All the way to the floor is the hardest. Keep it going wherever you are. Keep drawing these abdominals in. I'm going to back up a little bit. That's a bit too much for me today. So keep it going all the way halfway.
And as the name kind of hints to us, we do about 100 of these, and we're almost there. Let's do 2 more steps. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Excellent work. Draw those in nice and slowly. Don't let them flop down towards the floor. So it's all about controlling our bodies as we move, moving slowly and precisely. Okay, let's take a full body stretch now. Probably earned it. And feel those abdominals saying, hey, I'm here, I'm awake. Let's use them even more. So full roll up and roll down. We're going to try it out, see how we get on, and then we're going to just build some strength to help us on the next one. So we're going to squeeze our legs together, stretch the arms above the head. You can arch back a little bit if you want to. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift your arms back above your shoulders. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the knees, look down at your toes, and then try and exhale, pulling the spine slowly away from the floor, keeping the spine rounded, drawing the belly in and up. Flexing the feet is going to help you come up. If you struggle to do this move, I can give you a modification on the next one. So we're going to roll back down the same way, sit super tall, and then exhale, start to tuck the pelvis, draw the belly in and up, round the spine. The spine needs to be round, come down slowly, letting your vertebrae just slowly touch down onto the floor. Okay, modification, you're going to stick with that version if you're fine with it. Modification is going to be hands just below the lower back. You're going to do the same thing. Exhale, look down at your toes. Draw the belly in and up. Don't let the hands do all the work. Just let them assist you until you get stronger. So you're slowly coming up and just using your hands to push. Same thing on the way down. So you're doing the full version or the modified version. Exhaling slowly, controlling that descent all the way back down. Let's do one more. Whichever version is right for you. Exhaling. Bring your belly back. Rolling up on that scooped rounded spine and then sitting tall over the last part of the move. Okay, so next is our rolling. I'm just going to double over this mat because the floor is quite hard here. So rolling, you need something soft behind you. Hopefully on a carpet or a nice padded thick Pilates mat. I'm on a squeaky floorboard as well, so this could be fun. Okay, so we're going to bring our feet in towards us, round the spine. If you don't want to roll, as always I say, just lift the feet, scoop the belly in and up and balance. You're going to build strength over time. If you don't want to roll, that's not a problem. Some days your back just doesn't feel like it, but other days you might want to go for it. Okay, so you're going to scoop them round, scoop the belly around the spine, tuck the chin, inhale, exhale, come up. Try and keep everything in close together rather than sometimes it feels nice to fling their legs back, but it's going to stop those muscles keeping everything in tight. So try and do it with the feet in the same position all the way through, and then it's going to help you roll a bit better as well. Try a couple more, or just hold and balance. Inhale back. Exhale, roll up. Well, it's working well today. Some days you go from an angle to the side. That's embarrassing as a teacher. Okay, so we're going to try open leg rocker as well. I want you to let me know at the end of the class which is your favourite one, okay? With interaction. So you can vote at the end, either rolling like a ball or open leg rocker. So open leg rocker, we're going to start off with our hands under our knees. You're going to lean back slightly and lift the feet. Now try and get your legs straight, but obviously if you can't, don't worry, you can still be here, you can still do the move. You're holding and balancing, and this is working our abs quite strongly, lower abs. If you do want to roll and you do have the flexibility, you can grab either under your knee or your ankles. Feet are roughly shoulder distance. We're going to tuck the chin again. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll back up and balance if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Really draw that belly in and up. It's going to help you roll. And if you want even more of a challenge, take the hands slightly away from the ankles, but try and keep them a similar distance, a bit more challenging, and then finish. Well done. Okay, so please let me know at the end which is your favourite, because I'd really like to know. Okay, we're coming back down to the floor. We're going to use it as a roll down opportunity. So we're sitting at the end of our mat. We're going to roll back just halfway. So we're going to draw the belly in and up, and then roll back a third half of the way. Keeping the feet where they are. We're going to inhale and take our front arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, back arm. Hear my voice shaking a little bit as the challenge kicks in, and then roll back up. Okay, this is going to build strength and help us with the roll up and help us with all exercises. Exhale, roll back again. Maybe go a bit further as long as you feel strong. Take front arm and back arm. Can you feel the shaking? Keep the spine rounded as you draw yourself back up to seated. You can have your knees bent if that's more comfortable. Okay, let's go again one more time. Exhale, roll back, and I think you guess what's coming. Both arms. Up 3 times and down. Up. Inhale. Shaky, shaky. Exhale down. Now we're going to roll down 1 more inch. And hold. And 1 more inch. And hold. It's getting hard now. 1 more inch. And then all the way down. Have a little whole body stretch before we continue with my ab series. So you're going to bring the feet in. And let's have a little bit of a leg stretch now. Okay, so we're going to do our scissor move. So we're going to bring our legs into the chest and take them up to the ceiling. Flex the feet and point the toes. Just have a little stretch into the back leg first. See how it feels. Now we're going to do our big scissors. So we're going to hold on either under the knee or the ankle again, or the calf, wherever you can get hold of. So again, don't worry if your legs aren't completely straight. This is going to help get them straight, okay, over time. So we're stretching into the hamstrings now. But we're also using our abdominals because we're going to be lifted up with our head and our shoulders, and we're holding where we can. We're going to pull one leg in towards you, stretch the opposite leg away, really straight there. Pull, pull again. Exhale, change quickly in midair, and we pull, pull. Good, let's do a few more. Exhale, exhale. Exhale, even more. Grab what you can on your leg. Make sure you feel a good stretch. Let's do 8 more. 8. 7, really use your arms. 6, 5, stretching 1 away, 1 towards you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Hug the knees, lower the head. So that's working into the abdominals again, but also giving you a good stretch on the back of the legs, which is really going to help let go of tension in the back of the body. Okay, so we're going to do a lower and lift now. So bring our legs back up. We're going to bring our hands to the back of the head, rest the head down, keep the elbows really wide. Now we're going to lift up using our abdominals. So we're going to exhale and lift the head. Try not to pull with your hands to lift you. It doesn't matter how high you're lifted, as long as you're feeling it here. Okay, so the belly is lifted in and up. We're going to bring our toes apart and our heels together. Squeeze the heels together. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And then we're going to inhale to lower. Exhale back up. Again, only lower as far as your lower back is going to let you. So if that's just moving here and then back up and you're feeling it, that's fine. If you want to go lower, as long as your lower back is staying on the floor and not arching, you're all good. Let's do 6 more. Inhale. Exhale. Use the exhale to contract the muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the elbows wide. Keeping the lungs nice and open. So you can use the breath to help you. Okay, we've got 2 more, or is it 1 more? Oh, what's an extra one between friends? Okay, 1 more to go. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to bring the knees back to the tabletop position. You can be with the feet on the floor if you want to, but crisscross. So we're going to take the hands a little bit wider now, so the fingers on the temples, so that we don't yank on our head. Okay, so we're going to exhale, bring one shoulder to the opposite knee, and turn to the side, so you're looking at the floor. Notice that you need to do some moving at home. Okay, we're going to bring the head back to center, the foot back to the floor, and then we twist the other way. So really try and twist the whole upper body towards the side and back. If you want a little bit more, you're starting here, and you're exhaling to twist, hold, and inhale back to center. Exhale, twist, and hold. We have 8 more. 6 to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Hug in. Maybe hold each knee and just circle it around, just give a little rest there for my legs. They've been holding themselves in the air for a while. Okay, we'll have a little sideline twist now. So hands out in line with your shoulders relaxed. Into the floor, those shoulders now. You're going to stay down all the way through. Your feet are either here, lifted off the floor and tabletop, or they're on the floor. Glue your knees together, and then inhale and take the knees over to one side. Feel in the stretch. So it's a stretch and a strength move here. Stretching out the side waist and the lower back muscles should feel nice. And then exhaling, pull with your muscles, bringing your ribs back to the mat. That's going to bring your knees back to the center line. And then you just take them over to the other side. Exhaling back, push down on the arms as well. They're going to help you. So we're strengthening the whole body here. We're strengthening the side waist muscles, the obliques, but we're using the whole body. Okay, so the arms are helping, they're assisting us, the shoulder girdle muscles, they are getting stronger as well because they're stabilizing us. So it's all good from here. Exhale back, inhale. Don't worry about how low your legs go, it's not really about that. It's more about feeling that sensation in your side waist, making it work for you, making it an activating move, but also, you know, you're able to do it. It's not impossible. So if you go and take your legs too low, it might just feel too tough to come back. Let's do one more each side. Inhale and exhale. We want to feel good at the end of the class. We want to feel like we challenge ourselves just enough to get stronger, but not giving ourselves impossible tasks. Okay, so just taking the feet down. And then just bring yourself back to your middle of the mat. I seem to have moved down the mat to do that one. So we're going to have a little shoulder bridge. We stretched up our legs a little bit earlier, but somebody mentioned in the class, I think last week or the week before, that they had kind of tension and cramp in their hamstrings when we did shoulder bridge. And I forgot to say at the time that taking your feet too far away sometimes makes that happen. So if you bring your feet, ideally they want to be underneath your knees, kind of in the same line. If they're too far out here, the hamstring's going to freak out a little bit. But obviously, if you've got any knee issues and this is uncomfortable for you, then take them a little bit further out. Feet are hip distance. We're going to slowly start to come up into our first shoulder bridge. So we're just going to rock the pelvis forward and back and just make sure there's no tension in the lower back and it's feeling good. We're going to exhale and carry on with that arching until we lift off. Now we're going to push our arms down on the floor. Rather than having the arms out to the side, having them here is going to give you stronger base to push off from. And you're also working your upper arms and your shoulder girdle again. So we're always bringing in different parts of the body, not just one. And we're holding up here in a nice strong shoulder bridge. I'm going to take an inhale. And then we're going to slowly take an exhale and bring our body down one section at a time. So from the top of the back, the middle part of the back, and the waist, and then the tailbone comes down last, and then you're back to where you started, nice and comfortable, no muscle tension to hold. You can stay here for a while, but we're going to come back up again. So we're going to exhale and push on the neck. Now you can stay in this simple shoulder bridge, or if you want a bit more of a challenge and you're feeling really strong today, then take the leg option that's coming up now. Okay, so find your stability with your shoulders and your hands and your upper arms. You can bring one knee in, stretch it to the ceiling. And we're going to flick it down to the floor and all the way up 3 times. Stretch and reach that foot. Exhale, pull up. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Easy, right? Place comfort back down. Push the hips up. They will always creep down slightly when we take one foot away. Other side now. So reaching it up. Feeling strong in the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Bend that knee. Place the foot down. Back where it was. Push hips up. Inhale and then slowly melt down through the spine. We're up there for quite a while, so it's going to feel nice to come back down. Okay, we've got one more option. It's just going to be an arm movement. So we're going to take our arms away from the floor. Our shoulders obviously staying down. Or again, obviously you can hold just a simple shoulder bridge. So we're going to exhale, heel the spine away, feeling super strong. Inhale again. And then on the next exhale, we're going to take the arms back. So the arms are away from the floor now. We're relying solely on our shoulders and our shoulder muscles, keeping that neck nice and relaxed. Inhale again. Try and imagine that you're reaching your kneecaps to the opposite wall, just to really stretch your spine. You're going to come out of your class even taller. So really stretch away from the ribs. And then on the next exhale, we bring the hands back and keep the hips up. So stay a little bit longer each time. And then on the next exhale, find your arm stability again, and then slowly roll down. Good, and then just letting the legs maybe sway a little bit from side to side, just to release any tension that might creep into the lower back. Hopefully the hamstrings are all feeling good. You can always take a little stretch if you need it, if they're slightly tight after that. Okay, so we are going to come into a rollover next. So if you don't want to do the rollover for whatever reason, more rolling, but it's a more controlled roll, then you can just do a little simple lift. So we're going to just exhale and do this simple lower abdominal activation. You can also put your hands slightly underneath your bottom if that helps your lower back feel more comfortable. And you're just going to aim to lift your feet up towards the ceiling and lift your bottom off the floor just for a brief second. If you can hold it up there and then lower down with control, even better. If not, you don't want to do that, and you want to do the full rollover. I'm going to quickly, very quickly show you. So you're going to push into the floor of your hands. Your feet are going to go over the top of your head. They may or may not touch the floor, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to exhale, slowly roll down. So let's do it all together. If you do want to do the rollover, come in with me. So squeeze the legs together first. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Push into the floor of the hands. Walk the feet to shoulder height, shoulder distance, not height, that would be weird. And then draw your belly in and up and slowly control that descent as you slowly drag your legs past your face, all the way down to the floor, rather than sort of flopping down in one go. We're doing it with control by pulling the abdominals in, belly in and up. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, over. Take the feet shoulder distance and slowly come back down. On this last one, we're going to keep the feet shoulder distance, take them back, and then walk the toes together. Exhale, come back down. Good, and then we're going to come all the way up to seated. So if you're not already there, if you're doing this little mini lift, you can just hug your knees in, come up to seated, or just roll up to seated. Okay, let's do saw. That gives us a little spine twist and a nice stretch. Saw is a wide leg option. If your legs are not flexible enough, hamstrings are tight, then knees. Otherwise, you're here. Try and keep the feet flexed. We're going to take the arms out to the side, getting ready to do our spine twist. So try and relax the shoulders down so that they come down away from the ears. So you can have your arms down a bit lower than here. If you're here and it makes you do this, that's not good for your spine. So you want to relax, bring the arms down a bit lower, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to exhale, twist, and then we're going to reach one arm forward, one arm back, and reach our hands outside the foot, bringing the head towards the knee, which I know sounds a little bit crazy, but we'll get there. And then you're going to come up, still exhaling, inhale back to center. So keep an opposite hip down as you twist and reach. I'm going to my right, my left hip wants to lift up. I'm not going to let it by pushing it back down into the mat. Then come back up, inhale, and exhale, twist, reach back and forward with both arms. So you've got an opposing stretch here. Coming back up, back to center. Exhale, twist. This should feel good. Reach, and back. Let's do one more each side. Exhale, twist. Reach, keep exhaling, keep exhaling, keep exhaling. All the way back up, inhale to center. Last one. Twist, reach, keep exhaling. Grab your foot if you want to, that helps you stretch. Keep the opposite hip down. Coming back up, back to center. Well done. Okay, let's have a little side stretch, a mermaid stretch now. So we're going to take our legs to, I've got my legs to the left. It doesn't matter if you're going to the right now, because we're going to swap sides in a minute. Okay, so we're sitting tall. If your legs are to the left, your left hand is holding onto your left ankle. Okay, so we're going to inhale, reach up with our right arm, and exhale, stretch over. This is the first one, so it's going to feel a little bit stiff. So we're going to inhale to come back up, stretch tall, hand comes down, and then the opposite hand goes up and over. So we're creating a little bit of a rainbowy arch type thing here. And then we're going to come back over, try and keep the spine straight, so you're keeping it lifted and long, but then you're arching to the side to kind of C-shape the spine. This time I'm going to put my hand on my head, just to go a little bit lower. I'm going to pull with my left arm, help really stretch into this right side. Then I lift up, hand comes back down, and we reach over. On this last one, to the left, I'm going to bring my hand to my head again. I'm going to turn to face my ankle, and then I'm going to just look down, see if I can get my head closer. Let's bring in a slightly different stretch. Then we're going to take it up and over and release. Good. Now what I'm going to do is do that version, and then we're going to come down to the side since we're already nearly there, and then we'll turn around and do the mermaid stretch on the other side after we've done our side plank work. Okay, so we're laying on our side, hand underneath the head, feet just further forward so that we're not off balance and we're not kind of wobbling forward and back. Belly lifts in and up. We're going to take this top leg to hip height. We're going to push our hip down, keep the hip stacked, so hold it in place if you need to with your hand, and then we're going to kick forwards and back without moving our upper body. So inhaling, exhaling. Or again, as I said before, if the breathing, thinking about the breathing confuses you, just breathe. Okay, so you're really pushing down as the foot's on the floor, and you're just bringing up the hip with a little swing forward and back, like a pendulum. 4 more. You can challenge yourself by taking this top arm up if you want more of a challenge, if it's feeling a bit too easy and your upper body's not moving. Making sure it's staying still, otherwise you're bringing your hand down here for a little bit of extra support. Okay, last one. We're going to take that leg back in line with the body, drop the foot down, push the hip again because it might have crept up slightly, so let's keep the waist long, and then just exhale and lift. The foot is really relaxed, so you can see my toes kind of slightly dropping down, but I'm stretching my leg really long to really work into these muscles here, the outer hip and the glutes. So we're going to get them super strong, and they help stabilize our pelvis and really good for lower back issues. If you've got any lower back issues that are caused by muscle imbalance, perhaps. So we're going to level them out by giving them some good strength. Okay, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take the leg up and bring it forward in front of the leg that's on the floor. And then we flick it up again and go as high as you like and tap behind. So up and over, keep stretching the leg long out of the hip. So you might feel a little stretch in your inner thigh as you take the leg up. And you should be feeling some lovely warming activation signaling coming from this area here. Hopefully you guys are feeling it, as am I. Let's do 3 more. This one's tough. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to hold the legs out double hip height and circle forwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have to go the other way as well, just to even out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lower the legs back down, lay on your arms so you're in a nice straight line now. You should be able to see your toes when you look down. And then we're going to flex the feet. Try and keep them flexed and lift up both legs. And then we're going to point and lower. Let's do the same thing in reverse. So lift with a point, flex and lower. Flex to lift, point and lower. Keep it going. Lift, flex, lower, lift, point, lower, lift, flex, lower, lift, point, lower. Okay, both legs come up now. We're going to do side scissor, slow. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's turn over. Lift so up. Bring your legs over to the right side. We're going to do the mermaid stretch on this side. So find a comfortable position for your legs. This is a little bit of a strange one for hips sometimes, that can be quite tight. So if it feels better to have your legs close together, then do that. Do whatever feels right, okay? But you will notice that one side is probably different to the other, hopefully. Not just me here, on the old imbalance. Okay, so we've all got little muscle imbalances, but as long as they don't cause us any problems, it's okay. Okay, so we're going to lift up that opposite arm, pulling down on an ankle, and just see where we are on this first one. Hopefully by the end of the 3 stretches, we get a little bit further, so the hand comes back to the floor. We reach up and over and enjoy a nice side stretch. Just thinking of keeping the spine as straight as possible until you go into that arch. Oh, so the hand comes to the head, and we just do, we go a little bit further, keep breathing, don't hold your breath in any of these stretches, and then we come back down. So one last time, we take it up, hand comes to the head, we turn, we look down, and then we see where we get to here on this last stretch, and then we slowly come back up. Hand comes to the floor, and we counter stretch to the other side. Good, hopefully your side waist muscles are woken up. Let's come down on the side again. So bring the feet forward, stack the hips, stack the knees, stack the ankles, and resting here, bottom foot flexed, all those points just to think about in alignment first of all. Gentle squeeze of both sides of your bottom, and then you're stable, but you can start kicking. So finding that strong position to start with is always wise. If we start off not in alignment, then it's way more challenging than it needs to be. We're not going to get the strength gains that we want. So just keep kicking forward, pushing that foot down, arm lifted if you want more of a challenge, if you're finding it too easy, for whatever reason. Maybe you've been doing the classes with us for a long time now and you want to progress slightly. Good. So as long as your upper body is stable, you can go as big as you like. If it's feeling a little bit wobbly, just back off slightly. Okay, 2 more here. Keep stretching out of the hip. And then we bring that back leg back, so it's just in line with the body now. The foot's relaxed, we lift and lower. Just a few of these, and then we have the lovely arcs. Everyone loves those. Might be being a little bit sarcastic there. I'm sure everyone does. Okay, keep it going. Lifting up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lift it up, take it over, tap in front. Flick up as high as you can, tap behind. Let's do 4 more. Can't do too many of these, they're quite evil. 3 to go. But 2 taps counts as 1, so it feels like it's longer, doesn't it? And 2. And 1. Okay, lifting that leg to double hip height. If you need to tap it, give it a tap there. And we circle forward to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go the other way. I know it's hurting, we're almost there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs, reach your arm out, lay out on your arm, make sure your neck is really long so you can breathe properly. Squeeze the bottom, you're going to flex the feet and lift. Point to lower. Lift in a point, flex to lower. Keep it going, keep alternating. Don't worry if you get it wrong. I probably will. So you're just flexing and pointing in midair just to change the muscle activation lines. So inner thigh, outer thigh. Keep it going. 2 more. And then 1 more, we're going to stay up. And we do those big scissors, stretch forward, 1 leg forward, 1 leg back. And change. 3 more. 2, this is where our upper body's going to really sway. And last 1. Good, and then relax the legs down. Let's just come onto our back. Briefly stretch those glutes because they may be tight depending on whether you do this exercise a lot or not at all. So we're going to push the knee out, cross the left leg over the right knee, And then push the knee out. So start to stay there. If you're feeling it, breathe into it. If you're not quite feeling it yet, hug the opposite knee in. Keep your head and your shoulders down. And just turn the head from side to side. Or stay still, your choice. Keep breathing. And we're going to slowly swap over. So push the knee out. I can feel it way more on that side when I'm doing the lower stretch. But I'm going to still take the other stretch just to make it a bit more challenging. Okay. So I'm checking my watch. I normally have a clock when I do that at home, so I don't have to keep looking at my watch. Just to make sure we don't go over time. Okay, so we need to do a little bit of back work now. So we're going to come around onto our front. I'm just going to turn so my head is in, otherwise I feel like I've got my back to you. So we're on our front. We're just going to come into a few upper back, maybe a bit of lower back exercises as well, just to activate. So we've done a lot of abs and side waist and glutes, so we can't leave the upper back out. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is just bring our head slightly off of the floor, but still keeping your neck in line with the spine. So I'm not craning my head up or doing anything crazy. So first thing we're going to do is just lift the head away from the floor, lift the belly in and up, gently tuck the pelvis slightly so your pubic bone is pushing a little bit into the floor. Hopefully you have some padding there. And then we're going to just lift up the upper body. So lifting using the back muscles. And then lower down. See how that feels first of all. If this feels easy, I'm going to give you a progression in a second. But just try and keep the shoulders down away from the ears and really use your upper back muscles to lift you. Okay, so you're not coming up super high. But if you want a progression, we're going to lift it up. Take the hands off of the floor, hold for a couple of seconds, still breathing. Then the hands come back down, and then we lower. So let's do that again. Lift, the hands come up, and the elbows. Hands come back down, and we lower. As soon as we take our hands away from the floor, that's where we're challenged. But we like a challenge, don't we? 3 more. Lift, hands come up. Lower, or keep with that lower version, the easier version. For now, if this is too much. We've got 1 more. Now we're going to progress this slightly. So we're going to lift up, we lift the hands, we take them forwards, we pull them back, and then we lower. So we're just extending the time that we're lifted. Now again, it's not really about height, guys, okay? So you're lifting up, but you're keeping your body long. If you come up too high, you're going to end up arching your back slightly and you'll put all the tension and the stress into the lower back. So we want to keep it out of the lower back and try and work the upper and middle back muscles. So if you're feeling it in your lower back, just stay a little bit lower. You only have to come off the floor and a few millimeters really to challenge these muscles. But obviously, if you're strong, you might want to push it a little bit further by lifting a little bit higher, but still keeping the body in good alignment. Okay, let's do 2 more of these. Breathe however you want to breathe on this one because we hold up for quite a long time. Good, and relax down. Okay, so turning to face one way. We're going to bring our feet and our legs together now, and it's time for our double leg kick. So we're going to bring our hands behind us, grab hold of one hand with the other, doesn't matter which one. Bring your hands as high as you can onto your upper back and then drop the elbows down. Now this already might feel quite challenging if you have tight shoulder muscles, but keep doing it and they'll get looser. So you're going to drop your elbows down. Now we're going to kick our feet to our bottom 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Feet come down, head chest lift. Squeeze the shoulders behind you. This time you can come up higher, okay? So you're reaching your hand as if someone's grabbing your hands and pulling you up. Then you turn the other way, hands come back. Okay, 3, 2, 1, feet down, head chest lift again. Squeeze the hands back behind you, squeeze the shoulders as if you're trying to crack a walnut there, and then lower down. Same thing, 3, 2, 1, we're halfway. Let's go for number 4. So you're exhaling as you're kicking, you're inhaling to reach and lift up. 2 to go. Much better than an extra 1 in there, I'm not sure. And reach back. Last one. Kick and then reach. Amazing. Now you're going to keep your hands reaching back, just separate them slightly. And I'm going to dive forwards, bringing the arms forward, head down, exhale, push away. So a little bit of swimming here. Inhale, exhale. Feet are staying down. Inhale, and you're getting a lovely stretch on the shoulders and the arms. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the arms back if you can for a little bit longer. We're going to just pump the arms up now. This is a little bit like the hundreds, but we'll call it the backwards hundreds. Your palms are facing up towards the ceiling, and you're looking down at the floor. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Your neck is long. Keep it going. Inhaling and exhaling. We won't quite do 100 of these because we'll be here a long time otherwise. Let's just do another 2 sets. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling and exhaling. Excellent. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up and back into child's pose. Let's give our lower back a little bit of love now. So we're reaching out. Oh, that was nice. Letting the chest just go, keeping the knees wide. And just letting the body relax, calm down now. We've got 2 more minutes, I think, about 1.5 more minutes. So we'll just do a couple of stretches and we're done. Should be feeling good. Okay, we're going to come up to all fours, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Let's have a little cat-cow stretch for you yoga fans out there. So we're going to drop the head down, round the spine, tuck the pelvis, push and lift up. Inhale and go the other way. Exhale. And inhaling. And then a little final stretch. We're going to take our left hand to the outer part of the mat. Right hand comes over the top, and then we push our bottom back and feel the stretch on the right side as we look underneath our armpits. So the more you sit back, the more you're going to feel the stretch. Obviously back off if it feels too much. And then we're going to take that right hand off the pillar, so we're going to reach it through as far as we can and try and get our head to the floor and our shoulder. That's going to give us more of a stretch into the upper back and the shoulder. Maybe a little bit in the side waist. Now guys, I have to turn away from you. I feel really rude, but we're going to come back up again, do the same thing on the other side. So right hand, left hand on the top, turn the head, sit back. And then we're going to reach through with our hands as far as you can. Get your head and your shoulders to the floor if you can. Over time, this will get easier and it will feel even deeper of a stretch. So we're coming back up. Let's just sit up on our heels, slowly lift the head and just have a little shoulder roll there. So lifting the shoulders up, back and down. Let's do that 3 times. Give the arms a stretch across the body. And we're done. I hope you enjoyed the class. Let me know, as I said at the end of the chat, if you prefer the rolling like a ball or open leg rocker. Do a little vote and find out which move you like best. Maybe I'll pick 2 different moves next week and we'll have a little vote. Okay, thanks for joining me. See you next week at the same time, probably a different place. I might find a different room, although I actually think it works okay in here. It's just a bit noisy and a bit echoey. But let me know what you thought of the sound quality this week, and I'll see you next week. No one's saying they like the open leg rolling. You all hate rolling, I think. You're like, I'm not commenting. I don't like any of them. Or you just can't decide. It is a little echoey in here, yeah, thank you. It's because there's no furniture in here. It's just empty.
well, actually, you can't see what's behind the camera, which is a lot of furniture. It's all in one end. Rolling like a ball. Yes, one vote for rolling like a ball. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm going to log off now. Just if anyone else is typing, I might just wait, do my trainers up. I've got to run to another meeting now. But I'll stay online just a couple more seconds. Okay, logging off now. See you guys next week.